Hillary, if I catch you exposing me, I'll arc inside you. Clinton said, if you don't want to support Democrats, then go somewhere else.
The things they say about, some of my favorite Democrats, people like Kamala Harris, who is out there speaking up and speaking out, and she's being attacked from the left. Enough. If you don't want to support Democrats, then go somewhere else.
If you don't want to support Democrats, then go somewhere else.
And St. Anthony Fraudstey admits that you use lockdowns or the suspension of individual liberties so that when people are held captive, that's when you take advantage of them and get them injected.
You use lockdowns to get people vaccinated.
How concerning is the outbreak in China? We see the lockdown in Shanghai, and the State Department now ordering families out, all non-essential workers out of Shanghai.
Well, China has a number of problems, two of which are that their complete lockdown, which was their approach, a strictest lockdown that you'd never be able to implement in the United States, although that prevents the spread of infection. And remember, early on, they were saying, and I think accurately, that they were doing better than almost anybody else. But lockdown has its consequences. You use lockdowns to get people vaccinated so that when you open up, you won't have a surge of infections because you're dealing with an immunologically naive population to the virus because they've not really been exposed because of the lockdown. The problem is that the vaccines that they've been using are not nearly as effective as the vaccines that are used in the United States, the UK, EU, and other places.
You use lockdowns to get people vaccinated.
So you got that? Lockdowns have a goal. You use them to ensure that the big farm guy has a steady stream of unwilling and desperate customers, courtesy of the government.
You use lockdowns to get people vaccinated. Go somewhere else.
People ask me all the time, hey Brian, do you really use that keto elevate stuff and does it really work? The answer is yes and yes. Never in my entire life have I lost body fat so quickly. Not even in my prime at 25, which is over 25 years ago. I'm approaching 54 this year. If you want to support the channel and do your health a favor, grab some with my link in the description. While a lot of people are pumped at the thought that Elon Musk made a cash offer to buy Twitter as an avenue to transform the censor machine into a free speech platform, an hour ago, Andrew Torba from GAB made Elon Musk an offer. Here's what he says. This morning, Elon Musk sent Twitter's board an offer to buy the entire company for $40+ billion. As I wrote last week, anything that explicitly has the aim of bringing more free speech to the internet for more people is a good thing. Twitter has legacy problems that GAB doesn't. They are fully dependent on third-party infrastructure. We are not. We built our own. Everything. Hosting, email services, analytics tools, e-commerce, payment processing, all of it. We built it all. You also have to consider that bringing free speech to Twitter isn't as simple as buying it. Apple and Google do not allow free speech. So if you stop the censorship, they'll kick Twitter from both app stores. We already solved that problem and overcame it. And then he drops a link showing how you can circumvent the Apple and Google Play stores so you can get the GAB app on your device. Twitter operates in countries where mass censorship is required by law. They have offices in these countries. They have no choice but to comply with the censorship demands of those countries or risk being shut down, fines, etc. We understand this very well and have dealt with it, telling those countries to get lost. Then there's the problem of Twitter's community itself. It skews massively left and thus anti-free speech. If you allow free speech on Twitter again, those people are absolutely going to leave because their fragile worldview can't handle the reality that free speech brings. Another problem Twitter has that we don't: total dependency on ad dollars. GAB's business model is not 100% dependent on advertising. We have several other revenue streams, including GAB Pro, the GAB Shop, and GAB Pay as our payment processor. As a good friend pointed out rightfully to me this morning, I highly doubt they will accept this offer. They would rather shares go to zero than hand over narrative control. And if they do accept, they will sabotage internally, and to whatever degree he makes good changes, Twitter will get the GAB treatment from the Globo Homo. In light of these truths, I'd like to offer Elon a counteroffer to his very expensive and overpriced Twitter deal. Elon, I founded GAB in 2016 because I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe. And I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning constitutional federal republic. Whatever he means by federal republic. However, since founding GAB, I realized that in order to provide a free speech platform, you must also have free speech internet infrastructure. GAB has since transformed from merely a social network into a free speech internet infrastructure company. We built our own servers, our own email services, our own payment processors, and so much more, not because we wanted to, but because we had no choice if we were going to continue to exist. What we are missing at the moment is an ISP. I fear that the next big leap of censorship is at the ISP level, with ISPs blocking access to Gab.com. You solve that problem with Starlink. Together, we can build infrastructure for a free speech internet. I'm willing to offer you a board seat along with equity in the company in exchange for you selling your Twitter position and investing $2 billion into Gab. My offer is my best and final offer. Gab has extraordinary potential. Let's unlock it together. And that's Andrew Torba, the CEO of Gab.com. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. While we have time and it still retains some of its perceived value, maybe it'd be a good idea to convert your worthless fiat into valuable, storable food. Don't be the one who waits till the food riots start happening. You don't want to be fighting panicking people in the store over that last jar of peanut butter. At Prepare with High Impact Flicks, you can get up to 3 air and watertight gasket-sealed ammo cans, each filled with a 4-week emergency supply. 7 food varieties, 2,000 calories a day, 284 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and each meal comes in a resealable, heavy-duty 4-layered pouch. And it's got a 25-year shelf life. Every order of a 4-week supply gets you $100 off plus free shipping. Here's how simple it is to make. I'm going to cook up some Granny's home-style potato soup. People are going to think I'm a culinary hero. You open the pouch, boil 4.5 cups of water, stir the contents, simmer on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, take it off the heat, then let it set for 2 to 3 minutes before you serve it up.
Man, this stuff's so good. People are going to think Granny stopped by and filled your kitchen with a whole bunch of love.
Well, if Granny does stop by, she's going to fill your behind with a whole bunch of buckshot if you keep talking with your mouth full. Wipe your dang beard off. It's embarrassing. So maybe convert some of your worthless fiat into valuable food while you still can. Order now and get $100 off of up to 3 4-week emergency food supplies at preparewithhighimpactflix.com. The link is in the description.